What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Bookie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet, and E3 is well under its way. Xbox just wrapped up their conference, and I have to say, for the first time in a long time, I don't feel I'm going to need Francis for this one, so I'm just going to do it as myself. So I think the biggest news, and the one that has me the most excited, is announcing two new consoles that are still part of the Xbox One generation. That's the Xbox One S, as well as Project Scorpio. So the Xbox One S will be available in August for $299, and it's basically a much smaller version of the existing Xbox One with relatively close to the same hardware inside of it. Instead of being in a giant boogie-sized box, though, it's going to be 40% smaller, have an internal power supply. It's going to run a lot cooler and a lot quieter. Now, the One S does have some upgrades, most notably 4K video for apps like Netflix and YouTube, as well as for like Blu-rays. It's got HDR capabilities for gaming and for video, but I don't really know what that's supposed to do. They moved one of the console ports to the front to make it a little easier to access. It's got a brand new IR blaster, but it did get rid of the dedicated Kinect port. Okay, I just did a little bit of research on that, and actually it looks like they will offer a connector that allowed you to use an existing Kinect on the new Xbox One S if you, like me, have a few games that you want to play with it, but I think that's pretty much the death knell for the Kinect. And then there's the console that's got me excited, which is the Xbox Project Scorpio, or the Xbox 1.5, or whatever the hell they're going to call it. But it's an existing Xbox One that will play all existing Xbox One games, only with much better hardware. Now, during the E3 video, a developer said that it was supposed to have 8 CPU cores, which is going to make it a pretty powerful processor. They also said that it would have 6 teraflops of GPU power, which puts it along the lines of about a 970 or a 980 GTX card, and that's a pretty damn powerful card. Now, the reason for the new hardware is twofold, and the first is so that existing games will run better. Phil Spencer in an interview used Halo 5 as an example, so I'll use it as that example here as well. Halo 5 is designed to run at a maximum of 1080p as well as 60 frames per second. But if you try to run it at that on the existing hardware, you're going to get frame rate drops all the time. With this new hardware, you should be able to maintain 60 frames per second no matter what you're doing. The second reason for this is so that new games coming out will be able to have a 4K version. And they did say that they didn't want anybody left behind, so all future games will also be able to have a 1080p version that's going to work well on the Xbox One, but presumably there will be 4K versions of probably indie games and maybe some AAA games available on Xbox One with a Scorpio. The hardware will also support virtual reality, which is something they said today on stage. Microsoft has some version of virtual reality coming forward, and I'm still willing to guess that since they had John Carmack on stage demoing Minecraft in virtual reality using the Oculus Gear, I have a very strong feeling that they're going to help Microsoft out with Xbox's version of VR. It might very well just be the Oculus Rift being compatible with the Xbox One. The other really exciting piece of news is that they announced Play Anywhere, I think is what it's called, and it's basically an initiative to where if you purchase a game digitally on a Microsoft/Xbox account, you will be able to play that game anywhere. You can play it on your PC using Windows 10, or you can play it on your Xbox One. You can purchase a game on your Xbox One digitally, download it to your Windows 10 PC, use the exact same save file, play it on your PC, play it on your Xbox One, go back and forth, and you get both copies for free for the one purchase, and that's a pretty damned good deal. But now the downside of this is the fact that the Windows 10 store is currently a ghost town, and very few people are using it. If you're getting the games for free for buying them on Xbox One anyway, then I'm sure people will use it. The problem is the programming language that they're currently using to port games from Xbox One into Windows 10 has a lot of issues, and they have to solve the majority of those issues before this is valuable to anybody at all. Now, the list of games that'll have Play Anywhere features is Forza Horizon 3, Gears of War 4, Halo Wars 2, ReCore, Scalebound, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and We Happy Few. So basically what I think this means is that going forward, there will be very few, if any, truly Xbox exclusives. They'll also be coming to PC via Windows 10, which is good for Microsoft because they profit from the sale no matter where it's sold, and I think it's good for the consumer because that means a lot more people have access to their games, even if they don't want to buy an Xbox One. Another really weird thing they announced that I think is actually really cool is the Xbox Design Lab, where you can create your own custom Xbox One controllers. They're getting into the custom controller game by allowing you to go to the website, design your own controller, they'll put it together for you and ship it to you. There's supposed to be some 8 million different combinations. I hope this does include the new revised controller that will ship alongside the Xbox One S, because if it is, I'm probably going to pick up a few. In fact, I just went there and I designed this controller, which I think I'm actually going to purchase in memory of Prince, God rest his soul. Now, as far as the games go, they had a good number of exclusives. Gears of War 4 looks bloody and violent and awesome. It looks very cover shootery, though. If you hate that kind of thing, you're not going to like it. They did show a lot more of Dead Rising 4, and it looks campy and bloody and awesome. Sea of Thieves, which is the new game by Rare, looks really promising. They showed some gameplay, and while they had really annoying actors talking over it, I think the game is going to promise to be very, very good. Forza Horizon 3 got debuted, and I'm a huge fan of Forza Horizon 2, so I think I'm going to enjoy 3. It looks pretty promising, and the multiplayer on it looked amazing. Scalebound was laughably good, laughably because they did the whole giant crab thing, which is kind of a meme for E3s, but the battle was really, really cool, and they showed multiplayer for that game as well. It looks fantastic. State of Decay 2, I never played State of Decay. I understand it's one of Xbox 360's biggest hits. I never got into it, but I'll probably leap in with State of Decay 2. And Halo Wars 2, I never played the first Halo Wars. I'm eager to see what that's about. Well, the good news is they're launching a free beta that I think starts today, so I'm going to go download it and try it out right now. Now, one of the exclusives we did not see any coverage for today was Crackdown 3, and it looks like it's just been confirmed by Microsoft that Crackdown 3 has been delayed till 2017, and that's why it wasn't present at the show. They also did show a lot of non-exclusive games, which I think we could talk about in another video, but they did get the guys over from CD Projekt Red to show off the Gwent standalone card game, and I can't believe that's going to happen. CD Projekt Red is clearly the golden child of the gaming industry right now. They could do no wrong, and I can't wait to play some Gwent. And that's just about everything that I thought was important at the show. I probably missed a few things, and if I did, please let me know what I missed in the comment section below. I'm going to go get ready for the other conferences. The PC one is going on right now. Then we have Ubisoft, and then we have Sony later tonight. But I'm just going to go ahead and say Sony's got their work cut out for them, because for the second year in a row, Xbox killed it. I love what they're doing with the system. I love what they're doing with their games. I love seeing them support PC. Phil Spencer, man, you know what you're doing. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.